Actually, yes and no to that.
Okay.
Well, I was not able to get on Facebook Live. So I was able to get on periodically throughout the day through YouTube. So for me, that works better because it allows me to shuffle through, to things that I'm interested in hearing and skip over things that I might want to come back to later.
Yeah.
So I've seen a bit, but I've been kind of holding down the room today while everyone else has been bouncing about.
Okay.
I don't know why I have trouble, but Facebook Live and I are incompatible.
And I don't even have my Facebook account on here because I don't use this computer I have an old Facebook account on it, but so I don't use Facebook very much, but somehow let me see it without logging in. But I was bouncing around all day. There was a couple good presentations, but I mean, they were all good, but a couple that resonated more with me. But I just really didn't have the time to dedicate to like hearing. I don't think I heard anything from beginning to end today. So
well, you can always go back through YouTube, and it let's see, what was let me pull up here what the actual try to give you the actual. Oh, shoot, it may be gone from.
I'm sure. I'm hopeful they'll do a replay.
I think it was just on YouTube. It was called A Day Out of Time, Mayan New Year's or Mayan something celebration. Let me see if I can find it.
Check it out. Yeah, I'll do a search.
But yeah, I know it's there, and I'm pretty sure they're saving it on Unify through Facebook Live. But that's something that I've not yet been able to connect with, even through the harmonic convergence, even with direct links. It won't let me access. So that's just
it's on YouTube. I don't know why Facebook is giving me a hard time. I hate personally I'm not a fan of Facebook, but they shut accounts down for like no reason.
Yeah, not my favorite either, but it's the option that I have available.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's definitely monopoly. There's something here where it looks like it's 7 hours, so.
Yeah, that would be the one.
There's something live now too, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going well, they said they were going till 10, but since we're already after 10, I have no idea how long they're going for.
10 Pacific, okay. Oh, it's 10 now, okay.
It is 10 now. I know Mark is on right now, so I'm sure that as he is wrapping up, then they'll close the Saturday Night Live, and then everybody will shuffle into the conversation.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was going to go to bed an hour ago, but.
Yeah, good luck with that, Charlie.
I know.
Sleep's overrated anyway, or so they tell me.
Oh, no. Sleep is so essential for our dreams, right?
Well, that's true, unless you're a walking dream.
Yeah, it's true. You did say that. Me, I'm a walking dreamer, but not a dream in a dreaming state.
Well, I understand the importance of the nighttime then for you.
Yeah.
But you're what? You're what? Midnight now?
1 o'clock.
Oh.
But I'll sleep in. I mean, I've always been a night person, but Yeah, no, I've just been tired a lot lately too. I have to get little better sleep hygiene going, but
Well, I have to ask you, did you hug the tree and put your feet in the dirt?
did both because I thought a little bit outside the box here. I have a garden that I've not tended to at all, and I got some trees that are growing. And I'm just talking a little garden, but it's the worst I've ever done with it this year. And there's little trees in it, so it was in my garden, and I said, okay, these are baby trees. They need hugs more than anything else. So
Oh,
a
good for
couple
you.
tree hugs. Yep.
How did it feel?
uh, it felt good, and it also felt like I kept my word as well. So there was a dual purpose to it.
All
I
right,
thought of you. I was like, I gotta do it. All right. I said I would. Gotta stick to my word.
and that's right.
And
Gold star on your report card.
exactly, with a sticker, a smiley face.
I'm proud of you, Charlie.
Thank you.
So, is there anything you'd like to discuss before the multitudes descend?
Oh, nothing too big. I mean, I'm just not sure how long I'm gonna hang out. Like I said, just because it's a little later. Um, but it's been interesting getting to. Like I said, I'll try to. So here's my challenge: to sign up for all these training courses of probably more of a, again, just more of like a, I don't want to say traditional business because they're beyond that. Like actually doing like a feminine leadership course, right? Uh,
Cool.
and that's a good one. There's a couple different ones I'm looking at the same time. And I'm like, why did I sign up for like 4 courses? And um, I kind of have that guilt, that like, not guilt, but like I feel like, okay, I should be a little more focused on a couple of these. So it was hard for me. I'm bouncing around a lot lately, which is not that atypical for people in our space, right? But you know, I just, because we're of broader horizons, let's speak, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I wanted to do a little more with this course with the event today, but I got caught up in a couple different things, and um, and that's okay. I've given myself a little permission to actually August 1st. I want to find a little more focus, but um, I get done when I need to. But yeah, I'm like I think I signed up for 5 courses now. I'm actually thinking about. Like I don't even know what a couple of them are about, but well, you know, I do want to jump more into these replays. I guess what I'm ultimately saying, I'm a little zonked out because I'm tired, like I said. But a lot of these replays, I didn't see any of the original uh, videos, right? And even today, like I said, there was one person who was gentleman speaking about. He had a great quote. He had a great quote. There's more. I forget where it was, but there's more than enough resources for everyone to have more than enough. It's just a question of distribution, right? And there's a couple other things he said, and it was a bit more on the okay, how do we do this practically? Um, but yeah, I want to go through and see a lot of different perspectives, see, hear, and feel the different perspectives that are out there.
Yeah, that's the wonderful thing about all of us coming together in these forums is there's so much information available.
Yeah,
And, more than my little mind can comprehend, but it's very exciting to know that you can be educated in so many different areas and it's all given freely. I love that.
yeah, no, it is. I mean, it definitely is. One of those nice things. Like you've heard me talk about the gene keys that I'm working with, and that might not be free, but it's very, very cost effective, right? So that to me, um, says a lot. Not that there's anything wrong with making a living, right, from this, and the value that you add, but um, with some teachings like that. But there's just that's a one thing. Like I said, I've signed up through a lot of courses. Some of these are just over promise, completely under deliver, heart's in the wrong place. Well, in the wrong place for me, I should say. They have to judge
Right,
whatever it
right,
is, you know. It just feels very a good friend of mine is a doctor. Him and I were talking about it last night. You know, we're talking about putting out something and some type of training courses or something. So just you have to make sure, and this is a subjective term, but we do not want to put anything out that would scam anyone because you look on Facebook and there's a million scammers out there, and I feel bad, and I fell victim to a couple of them too. It's not a direct scam, but okay, here's this promise to teach you how to launch your course X, Y, and Z. Well, you need to do this and this and this and learn this, and that's not included. And then it's like, you know,
right.
what the hell? Like,
The bait and switch routine.
yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. Um, these people build rapport with you. Build your trust, and then these courses are freaking horrible. Some of them.
Yeah, if it's not an integrity, and I think that's one thing that we're moving toward now, where the requirement will be for all souls to maintain integrity.
Yeah,
And I've been waiting for that my whole life.
yeah. No, I know it's it's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. That's one of the reasons that I mean, I'm not trying to push anything at all. With the gene keys, like I said, I've worked with that, and it's not my modality of choice. Um, Something I'm working through now, but it's amazing. I'm sure there's other modalities that spoke to it, but you know, he was predicting the guy Richard was predicting, a paradigm shift like this uh 4 or 5 years ago, right? And I forget what he said today. I was listening to something. It was just like you listen to it, and it's uncanny. It's like 4 or 5 years ago, he's describing what's going on today. Um,
Right.
so, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It will indeed. And I think we can also glean information that is valuable from a multitude of areas and then incorporate that into a unique toolbox individually.
Yep. No, absolutely. Synthesize and distill, right? Like, bring it together and then, distill out what works for you.
Absolutely. Take what you
That's
like and leave the rest.
leave the rest. Yeah. The challenge is you got to kind of comb through it all to figure it out. But that's a good challenge to have. I mean, like, it's not something that was readily available. Um, and sometimes things just set in a different perspective too, right? And it's sounds weird to hear. I'm resonating again with these gene keys again tonight. Is there's 64 of them, and for each one there's a reading, like a book. It's in the book. And then he does an audio that's a little different take on it. And there's one I was working through and just wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting it. It wasn't resonating with me. And then for some reason he did a third audio that he put on SoundCloud, and I never listened to it because I thought it was the same one on the website, but it was a third version. Like that one, like spelled it out clear as day. So same person teaching the same thing, just had a different perspective on a different day.
And it
Um,
clicked.
yeah, and it clicked. Yeah,
Welcome, Jeannie and Tomo Goto. Welcome to the conversation. I think we're just truly blessed to be here now.
yeah,
I know one of my art professors, speaking of that phrase, first day that we walked into class, it was written on the board, "Be here now, Ram Dass." I was like, "Okay, well that's interesting."
Yeah.
Had no clue, no clue. And his first statement was, "If you learn nothing from this class, learn this. Remember to be here now." And of course, I was fascinated with Ram Dass after that, but
Yep.
it was a wonderful lesson.
Yeah.
And I was able to actually meet him in Maui,
Oh,
and
you
it
did?
was after,
Okay.
yeah, it was fabulous. It was after he had his stroke,
After the stroke. Yeah.
so he wasn't able to verbally communicate, but he was able to communicate telepathically, and one of the most loving environments I have ever been in. He was just a phenomenal individual. And then he actually came to Sedona um, a few years ago for the Illuminate Film Festival and was doing his presentation on death and dying. So,
Uh-huh.
what wisdom, my gosh.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know who he was until like 5 months ago, 8 months ago.
Oh,
You
well,
know,
there you go.
sometime in like late 2019, I was listening to a podcast and I was like, who's this talking about? I did a little, I didn't dive too deep into it, but I did a little research. Like I obviously saw some older videos and some
Hmm.
of the ones where I think he was eventually, um, was he eventually able to communicate after the stroke? Like, didn't he recover a little bit? I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He actually
Okay.
did. I followed, did a lot of, well, when he was here for the film festival, he went back into, the Timothy Leary experience and all of that. So,
Uh,
that was the time that, um, you know, controversial in many situations, but his life was fascinating.
yeah.
Jeannie, you have anything you'd like to share, or Tomogoro?
I just wanted to say hello, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm also a big Ram Dass fan
Oh,
from the
yay.
years. So I remember
Well,
reading his, books in college and being really transformative. Just the whole concept you were saying, be here now and the power of that. And I was sad when he died because, it's just such a big influence on my life when I was younger, especially.
well, we're so glad that you're here. Yeah, I think that we're given what we require when we are open to receive it. So there are no accidents.
Yeah, that's a great point.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Hmm.
And we are all teachers and we are all students.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Jeannie?
I live right outside of Detroit, and then half the year I'm in Sedona, Arizona. So.
Oh, I'm in Sedona.
Oh, you are.
I
Oh,
am.
okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Small
we got
world.
back. Yeah, we got back to Michigan in beginning of June, and so we were there during the whole shutdown and everything, which was kind of nice because it was so quiet there.
Indeed it was, and is.
Yeah, is it still quiet?
Pretty much. The trails are more crowded now, but yeah, it's been a whole different ball game.
And have you lived there a long time?
I've been here off and on 12 years.
Okay. Nice.
So our backyard faces Thunder Mountain, so I spend a lot of time
Oh,
on the patio gazing at thunder.
yeah, great. Yeah, it's the powerful energy there. So, some people, want to move there, but they kind of get spit out, and then other people just totally resonate with the energy and stay there and hold, can be really transformative.
Well, it's transformative in any event, whether you stay or whether you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you'll have to look me up when you're back in Sedona.
Yeah, we're there usually in the wintertime, so it'll probably come in December, um, and so it's always nice to kind of connect with people, I guess, meet people, and I'm more of an introvert, so I'm not, I don't meet a ton of friends. It takes me a few years.
Well, you're in the right place to meet a ton of friends, I'll tell you that. Tomogoto, any words of wisdom? I probably should check the chat. I'm still getting accustomed to this. Oh, Tomo said Mark is doing his Q meditation right now, so he will be back. If anyone else is interested in doing that, it is on Saturday night live on Facebook Live, but I'm not able to post the link to that. So Christopher, if you could help me out with that, or Charlie or anyone, that would be helpful.
I think I have it. Sure.
I am technologically challenged, Jeannie.
I hear you there.
Well, I actually didn't realize that I was host. Mike was on earlier and I was co-hosting and stepped away. And when I stepped back, Mike had assigned me host and left the room.
Oh.
So I've been holding it down for just to keep the space till everyone started coming aboard.
And is there a particular topic for it, or?
Right now we are in open discussion, so any topic is up for grabs. If you have something you'd like to discuss, throw it out there. We're a pretty eclectic group here, so I have heard of no topics thus far that were not able to be discussed. We were talking about dreams earlier and different dimensions, and like I said, anything pretty much goes here.
I'm sad that I missed that because I love dreams, and I've been really loving learning more about the dimensions. So.
Well, jump right in there and share, or you can ask questions and other people can respond, whatever you like.
Well, lately I've been thinking a lot about the dimensions and just what they mean and connecting to them. And, I have my own experience, but I need to understand it on a deeper level, the higher self, the oversoul, our multidimensional self. And so, if anybody has any guidance or wisdom there, I would love that.
So I would say my dreams are pretty basic. I love them. And I feel like it's a different world within this world before. You know, I mean, it's not anything like out of worldly, so I don't really
once you're dreaming,
have a lot of
you want-
insight on that.
you
But
have to take a lot of math.
you have to take a lot of what?
You have to take a lot of math. You have to go through all the different routines of math and study science, a lot of science and a lot of math and a lot of history, global history, xenohistory, xenobiology, a lot of math,
What type of
physics,
math?
chemistry. There's all different kinds of math. What's the highest math you ever took?
The highest math I ever took was calculus, and I hated it.
Calculus what?
Calculus for science majors, and I was a business major, but I needed a 4-credit class.
That's pre-calculus.
Yeah, it's probably over my head too.
Yeah, the calculus goes up to 5, I think. There's
Okay.
pre-calculus and then there's calculus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a lot of calculus. Calculus 4 is where I am now. I'm not up to 5 yet. Calculus 4 is what they call differential equations.
Mime,
They're-
why do you say that you need all of that to
because
understand your?
the reason we do math is to identify forms that we observe in the universe, patterns that and it increases our multidimensionality when we realize that dimensions are a concept in math, and we use the concept of dimension to classify things in math. Another form of math also, can you believe it, is computer programming. Computer programming is a very fun activity to learn math and to actually practice you're learning the discovery of your true self, and it allows you to better classify things. So things that allow you to better classify things: algebra, accounting, logic, calculus, but not that much.
Why
I think
accounting? I'm
And
that may
curious.
be
accounting
one way.
accounting is very simple. All you have to do, but it's actually very fundamental and it's easily overlooked. Accounting, you put the different values into the different lists, and they have to balance each other out in order to reach a net amount of 0.
Right. Well, no, I'm a CPA, so I know. I mean, I know about accounting, but
Right. Each of those values have their own multidimensionality. It's not just numbers on a list.
each of them. Say it again, because I couldn't hear you, but I'm curious about it.
Each of those numbers have their own multidimensionality. Each of these numbers have a purpose, have a reason that they're there, whether they're even true or not. Oh yeah, and combinatorics and probability, combinatorics and statistics. Sorry.
Okay.
Combinatorics and statistics. So those things, combinatorics, I think allows you to understand more yourself from a quantum physics perspective. Whether it considers whether it actually no, what does that? But quantum physics asks whether you exist, knowing that you observably exist by observing the pattern of your existence from a statistical standpoint. Okay. Like for instance, when you have a bunch of dice in a cup, you could try to guess how many dice are in the cup before you try to guess which side is up on each dice.
Well, Mom, I think that may be one way to do it. I don't think it's the only way to achieve
No,
it.
it's not the only way, but it is very, very effective.
I'm sure it is, but when you're talking to someone like me, and that is not something that is my forte, you know, my brain goes to pictures, and
Right. Another way to do it is phylogeny. Do you know what phylogeny? Anyone? I guess people here know what phylogeny is.
I do not know what that is.
Phylogeny is another word for classification. What you do is you physically actually get instruments and tables and pencils and pens and go out in the world and find living things that look similar and then try to identify the differences uh, and and try to make it so that you can memorize the way that they're different and so that you can recognize which one is which according to previous discovery. This is the practice of phylogeny. Now, phylogeny in science is another word for classification where different forms of life are tabulated and given names so that they can be traced through their evolutionary lineage. It is phylogeny that led us to the discovery of evolution, which is attributed to Charles Darwin. But in the modern day, phylogeny is actually a very fun self-identifying activity for people of all ages when you consider fractals. This is where math comes in again. Fractals is actually another form of math, and it deals with plotting recursive functions on a plane. It turns out that fractals have also been instrumental to biologists when they do phylogeny and when they do ecosystem stabilization equations like Lotka-Volterra or Henderson-Hasselbalch or the Belousov-Zhabotinsky reactions in nature. Fractals have become very important for doing that. But I didn't study fractals or quantum mechanics in school. I did that by myself.
And I think that's wonderful. And
Right, so you
I
could
think
actually
all of
there's this app called FractView. You can go to download FractView and then type in whatever function, and then it makes a fractal of the function, and you can try to draw that. That's fun.
Can you put a link to that in the chat, Mime? Yeah, I think it's fascinating, and I admire your brilliance. I'm not at that scientific or intellectual level.
Yeah, it can be very relaxing too. One book I recommend for identifying forms of nature is Elementary Number Theory by David M. Burton.
Okay, well, please put that in the chat also. All right, Charlie, you've got an affinity for numbers as well. Are you following what Mime is saying?
Well, I'm biased. Having done accounting work and gotten out of it, that's what my undergraduate degree was in, and I obtained the licensure in it. I steer away from it, so I don't draw that same correlation. But I mean, everyone has a different perspective. I think there are significance in certain numbers, but I've seen firsthand how much accounting can be manipulated, that it's hard for me to draw correlations with it. Some of the other numeric values I'm just not familiar with. I'd like to learn what the elementary number theory is. You know,
Well, my connection with numbers is basically when I see repetitive numbers, I know that that is the universe trying to connect with me to send me a message, and
Okay.
that connection for me is the angelic realm. So, and also the galactic. So when I see repetitive numbers, that's about as far as my numerical expertise goes. But I would, if anyone would like to receive their angel message for the day, if you would give me a number between 1 and 999, I'd be happy to share that.
How about 12, Linda?
All right, hang on 1 second. I'm outside and I need to meander back in. See, my immediate thing would be, okay, 12 is perfect and it reduces to 3, which is a wonderful number. So my connection with numbers would be more numerological than scientific. But the message for you, Charlie. Number 12 says, have faith that Spirit is speaking to you through repetitive thoughts, ideas, and insights that guide you to improve something in your life or in the life of others. Allow your positive affirmations to lead the way.
Okay, very nice. Thank you.
Mime, do you have a number between 1 and 999?
Um, 267.
467?
267.
267. Okay, awesome. Okay, your message is, you are on the right path. Your faith and affirmations ensure a steady flow of supply in your life. Jeannie, do you have a number in mind?
363.
Good number. The Ascended Masters are asking you to bring more spiritual practices into your life to balance your material focus. Examples are meditation, prayer, nature walks, reading spiritual books, and attending spiritual study groups. Does that resonate for you?
Yes, thank you.
How about you, Tomogoro? Would you like to choose a number? Hey, Christopher. Christopher, number 2.
How are you guys doing? It's actually the same Chris. I'm just logged in twice.
That's what I was going to ask you next.
Yeah, I hope that's not a pain or confusing or at all. It's easier for me sometimes.
Nope, makes perfect sense to me.
So you guys should be getting an influx of people from the Hue meditation just ended right now.
Yep, they should be filling up.
I'm one of the people here. I've just got charged up with a bunch of hue energy, so I'm lying on my back underneath the stars, and I'm trying to make contact here.
Sweet. Well, do share with us when that happens. Not if, when.
That's right. I got my photo capability out here, so
Awesome. I'll be happy for more participants.
Linda, I sent you a private
I
message.
just saw it. Gee, I'm
Okay.
responding right now.
Okay.
I'll give you my email
Great. Thank you.
and also my Facebook. So
Thank you.
oops. Somebody else can talk while I'm responding to a message.
All right, so I'll bring up a different topic, a much lighter one.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Some type of TV show or movie that you resonate with, right? That might either calm you down or just find, some type of maybe even some spiritual enlightenment from takeaways from it.
Well, I can say right away for me, one of the most amazing movies that even my daughter said, "Whoa, Mom, this is not just a movie, is it?" And I said, "Nope, nope, nope. It's called The Last Mimsy." I don't know if you've seen it or not. If not, I highly recommend it.
I have not seen it. I'm going to look it up now.
It is an incredible, incredible story. And there is sacred geometry, and it's amazing. It's an amazing movie that was written a while back, but certainly indicative of where we are right now.
And it's called The Last Lindsay?
Mimsy, M as in Michael, I-M as in Michael, Z-Y.
Oh, okay, got it.
And it's actually filmed on Whidbey Island where Jamin lives.
Okay, interesting. Got it here. I'll post Wikipedia in the chat.
Cool.
Oh, Linda's favorite movie?
One of my very favorites, absolutely.
Yeah.
I could go on and on. Contact, Cocoon.
Yeah.
But if you have not seen The Last Mimsy, everyone, I believe, would receive something from viewing it.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. Anyone else?
Jeannie, one of your favorite movies or TV shows that has some significance?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that because there's probably so many.
So
Well,
mine.
you can
Go
have
ahead.
many.
I'll share two of mine. They're on the lighter, kind of the lighter side. And it's funny you mentioned that this was filmed near Jamin. And I made a reference to this before. He lives near where Twin Peaks was filmed, so Twin Peaks is one of mine. TV show. And a movie that's just really light, but I can watch forever is I Heart Huckabees. Yeah, dealing with existential crisis.
Oh, I've never seen it.
I'm gonna put a link to that. I showed it to my dad. And he goes, "I didn't know they even made movies." I mean, my dad's 90 years old, but he said, "I didn't even know they made movies like this."
See, that's the beauty of being able to share things that we've never considered now are in our wheelhouse.
Just a quick radio check here from under the stars, folks. I have not seen any craft as of yet, but I have seen 3 amazing shooting stars.
Oh, cool.
Those are always a surprise.
And what makes you think they are shooting stars, my dear?
Well, that's how I'd have to identify them, but there you go.
That is your choice to perceive. I'll just say that.
Thank you, Linda. You've been working overtime today. I was surprised that you're still here.
Well, somebody had to hold the room open, so
Damon said, listen, if you guys, he's like, I don't want this to be a burden for anybody. He's like, if it's an issue, just pass me the baton. He's like, my avatar's there, and I'll keep the sacred fire open. And so if people need to log in, that's what they can do. That's what we should have done last night. I don't know why we didn't think of that.
yeah, I don't know either. I know I had left the room, and then when I tried to come back, I was in eternal waiting room, and no one ever came.
Yeah, that happened to everybody. It was, you knew what happened, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like we tried to do everything except what he suggested. We were like, we're going to close the whole thing down. And then people were like, hold on, it's 24 hours today. You can't just shut it down. And then there was like 5 people that were there that were like, yeah, like we want to hang out. So then they were like, well, give it to somebody who's still here. And they gave it to me and my phone crashed. So
Well, I just believe that oh, I love August Rush from iPhone. That's an amazing movie. Gosh, we got all kinds of. Okay, iPhone, please tell me you have a name.
that's usually Deirdre.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought it was Deirdre. Yeah.
Is it?
It has been.
Deidre, if that's you, you better get yourself in here so I can pass this host torch to you.
I'm laughing because I did my, and I'd seen mine before, but I sent it to you, Linda, in Messenger. Wait till you see my white cosmic dog.
You are a stinker. Are you ready? Are you ready to take the host torch?
Sure.
Okay.
I can.
That way I can
come in on my. Let me get off my iPhone. I can come in on the other.
Okay. I'm glad you guys told me that.
She was being sneaky.
Incognito D-Tree.
I love it.
The jig is up, baby.
Oh, the stars are pretty nice out tonight.
And we're really overcast here tonight, so I've only seen a few. Christopher, what's one of your favorite movies or TV shows?
Oh, geez. Shawshank for sure was cathartic. Very
Oh,
important.
that broke my heart. What about The Green Mile?
You know what? I need to watch that one again. I almost feel like I didn't absorb it all. But yeah, that was a great film. I love Back to the Future, the trilogy. I feel like it's got like a lot of synchronistic stuff built into it.
All right, Deidre, I have officially passed the torch to you.
You're not going to bed, are you?
Of course not, but now I have the freedom to just yakety yak without having to pay attention to everything happening in the room.
So do you guys want to hear my galactic signature so you guys can all laugh?
Of course.
So my galactic signature is white cosmic dog. My affirmation, your galactic is, I endure in order to love, transcend loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of timelessness. Then the white cosmic dog is the gift of your cosmic identity is to be an emissary of one heart, a truth seeker, a truth teller, a conscious navigator of emotional realms, an angel of self-love, acceptance, faithfulness, devoted friendship, and exalted relationships. As a white dog, you have the ability, the capacity to learn how to let your heart guide you through life, to be loyal to your own truth, to be empathically skillful, to be a voice of the universe, holy love as the all-curing medicine of our times, to be a servant and a leader in your circles of community, to unify with compassion of destiny and soul family, bringing together the tribes in order to evolve and thrive, to radiate the authenticity and tender, invincible light of your ever deeper heart. And then the 3 words to contemplate are love, heart, and loyalty. And then my cosmic tone is to endure, transcend, and presence. The tone 13 symbolized by the spiral represents the dynamic of movement present in everything and by which everything is ever changing and verified by universal cosmic life force. The gift of your cosmic identity is to access the power of omnipresence. Activate your cosmic powers by being a disciple of the present moment, by cultivating your capacities to be wakeful and receptive in each new now about your ancient heart, by being conscious of your continuum while still living in the moment, by learning to ride the spiral to ascending to higher levels of being, by allowing your cosmic spirit to carry you through the many journeys of trial and triumph this life has to offer, and by transcending fears of the future, by transcending regrets of the past, by transcending the limits of linear time, and synchronizing with the radical flow of synchronistic reality, by recognizing us all to be but evolving children of the ever unfolding cosmos. You guys still there?
That was inspirational.
That was perfect for you. Sorry, I was busy trying to type in a chat message. Sounds just like you to me.
Well, if you guys go to on Moon 13 Moon, you couldn't get your cosmic. And I had done mine a while back, so I knew what mine was. But I thought that would really make you guys laugh because I've been telling you about how to transcend time. So have you guys looked yours up?
I looked it up earlier, but I didn't write it down, so I have to go back. I was trying to stay in the chat, log on to my Kindle, and listen to another cell phone all at the same time. So that's a bit more multitasking than I was able to carry out well.
Linda, you're supposed to be able to chill out at this point. Like, you're not doing the hosting thing now, so you shouldn't have to do all that.
Yeah, so I'm not. So now I'm going to 13moon.com.
Oh, come on. I was hosting earlier. Well, that's okay. I was hosting earlier, and Heather had left the room as host. So Heather left the room as host, so Peter had to go retrieve host. And then when Heather decided to jump back in because she was still host, she ousted me. And I was trying to get people to put me back in as a co-host, and nobody was even reading the chat. Heather, but Summer ousted me. It was Summer who left the room with the host controls.
Well, Mike left the room.
So if you guys leave the room, tell somebody, and never leave the room as host without transferring it to someone.
Yeah, and also if you are leaving the room and transferring the host to someone, please tell them that you're doing that. I had stepped away and Mike left and said, I'll be back around midnight. I wasn't there to see the message, and surprise, your host.
Oh, I was even messaging Marco, but Marco wasn't paying attention to his phone. I sent an email to Peter. I'm like, hey, Peter, I got locked out as host. So technically, we could have had another accident like what went down last night. And so I'm trying to get a hold of everybody, let them know that we had the potential of crashing.
Oh, Claire and Diana in the house. Deidre, your mic is very bad.
My mic is bad?
Yeah, it's like real crackly and hard to understand.
One thing that Jamin said, I just mentioned to Linda, Deirdre, was that he said if you're ever stuck, just pass the torch to Jamin, his avatar there, and he's like, that'll just keep the sacred fire open. Oh, cool. Diana's here. What?
Hey, Diana, you want to be host for a little bit? Is my mic any better, guys?
Yeah, I can host. I just need to get on my laptop.
Okay, no problem. They were saying mine is crackly, so I'd rather have somebody that's clear. It could just be the weather conditions here tonight.
Okay, just give me like 1 or 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay, no problem. So am I still crackly, guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, no problem. We can just hand it off to her so you guys can hear better.
It's actually not that bad right now.
Yeah, my son left us. You guys want to see my son's dog? Mystic, come here. Come here, Mystic. Come here. This is Mystic.
Tomo's here all the way from London.
Yeah, he's from London.
Are they still awake right now? Do you know?
Go Claire. They're in another day.
They just woke up, maybe.
They're like in tomorrow already. Clara said she had a great time, day out of time and meditated with Mark.
That's awesome, Claire. I missed a big chunk of the day at a time, but I caught the meditation with Mark at the end. I thought it was fantastic and funny
Yeah,
how
they posted
how his
that on the
dog.
page. That's my son's dog. He dropped her off because he had to go to work and he was in town. It's Mystic. Stop barking. So yeah, you can go back and watch they'll be posting the replays on the page. Please stop barking. She should be coming on, and then I'll make her host as soon as Diana gets back on.
I was talking about Mark's dog. He like almost knocked over the camera while Mark was doing the Hue meditation.
I know.
It's like the first time I saw.
Mystic comes out, and so does my cat when I do the Hue meditation. The cat will literally sit in your lap while you do it and try to love on you. And I don't know what it's like, a call to the animals. Mystic comes over when I do it too. It's okay, Mystic.
Maybe that's what it is, eh? That animals can sense it. Like the whole heart math thing we were learning last night, that animals synchronize with your heart, even normally, never mind. Must be crazy when people are meditating.
Well,
hey, Claire, where are
they
you from?
absolutely do.
I do that with animals a lot, where I'll hold them within my energy field, and I will like tell them within this lifetime that I want their soul to know that they're loved beyond anything, you know. And it's funny because every dog, every animal I do that to after that, every time they see you, they're like, I love you, I love you. I've done it with horses and cats, dogs, a goat.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great idea. I'll have to try that.
A gecko.
Did it work
My
with a
son has a
gecko?
lizard, a bearded dragon. I do it with him.
Okay, I got my code. I'm a red galactic moon.
You want to read yours, Linda? Well, we're waiting for Diana to come back.
I wanted to ask where Claire is from. Claire, are you from overseas?
She's in California.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Hi, yeah, I'm from Oakland.
Oh, cool.
Oakland, yeah.
Oh, Claire. Sorry, Claire. I'm thinking of somebody else.
The dreadlocks, right?
Yeah, that's right. You can't see me right now. It's really dark out.
See you, but I did for a flash. Yeah, I thought Christopher. I thought you were Christopher from Ontario or something. So I personally said hello to you, but then I found out that I was saying hello to the wrong Christopher.
No, those are both me. I'm confusing the heck out of people. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right, now I know.
I've got a laptop and a computer here. I'm a little traumatized after last night when my phone died and the whole meeting blew up as a result.
Oh, I see. That's what they're doing. That's funny. No, it was a really nice day today on Unify and the day at a time, and now I'm kind of understanding that whole language. You know, it's a whole nother thing.
There's only room for 2 Chris's in this room, but we can start naming you guys other things.
It's good to see you all. I'll probably fall asleep pretty soon. Nice to be here.
You can always fall asleep on camera like some of us do.
Yeah, I'm going to stay in. I'll just mute again.
Oh, Diana just got back.
Okay, I'll make her host so because I'm crackly.
So, how is everyone doing? I was already in bed, and I was feeling weird, like weird feelings coming out. And instead of drowning, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna join the group and see what's going on and if there's anyone there. I was feeling lonely, so I thought, no, I'm never alone. There's always a group going on.
That is awesome. I'm so happy you got up. That's cool.
Yeah, and I'm already in bed, so I was just wanted like to hear what was going on. I was not planning on participating, but I have a rule, or like kind of a rule, self-made rule, like if someone asks me to volunteer or participate in something, I say yes. So so thank you, Dirty. I think that will get me out of,
You're welcome. We always love to see you and hear you.
Thank you. So did any of you join the Mark's meditation tonight?
Yeah, I was there. There's a bunch of us that were there.
Yeah, it was really good. I think, yeah, it was a good meditation.
I loved his outfit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Is cute.
it was like one of those like cycling.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Psychology, it says on it. And his arms are feathers, wings. Yeah. Yeah, he's he's having a ball.
Yeah. Let me see if I can close this out.
Aren't we all?
Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, I miss your voice so much. Say
Hello,
something.
Miss Angel.
Just talk. Say whatever.
I said, hello, Miss Angel.
Hello, Miss Linda.
I am hooked
Keeper of wisdom.
hooked in with my earphones and my mini mic now. Trying to everybody here is asleep except for me.
It's amazing, Linda's voice. It's like there's no change in it, but she's been hosting for like 7 hours.
Wow. Yeah, your voice is so soothing, Linda. Like,
Oh, you guys are so sweet. I don't know if anybody can, no, you probably can't hear the crickets. I hear the crickets chirping, and now I can finally see some sky.
yes, I can hear the crickets. I love it.
Oh, hello, guys. Wow. Oh, my buddies are here. Hi, guys. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh, we got lots of ships. Lots and lots. I wish I could show you on camera, but they won't show up on camera.
The crickets?
No, no, no. The ships that are here.
She says there's a bunch of ships there.
Oh my God.
More, what are they like?
Well, I've got 2 rainbow ships that are flashing pretty intensely. I have a huge triangle ship. Let's see, there are, okay, we've got some that are red.
That's your reward for staying all day.
Oh, well, they're here all the time, and I love them so very much.
Whoa, sorry, what are you seeing, Linda?
I'm seeing just a fleet of ships from different places. Let's see who's here. We have the Pleiades, the Andromedans, the Lyrans, the Syrians. Who else?
Where are you, Linda?
Sedona.
Oh, of course. Oh, I want to go to Sedona so
We even have
bad.
one from Alpha Centauri. Centauri, however. Yep, they're all present and accounted for. There's a lot in the sky tonight.
You know, I've been seeing photos of Sedona all day today and yesterday. And I haven't been there in a couple of years. Maybe it's time for me to go and visit.
Well, come on down, girlfriend.
You know, that's very interesting because I know you can see the ships, but you know, I can be there with you, but they don't show to everyone, right? Even if I was there with you, there is a chance that I would not see them.
Oh, I
Because
promise you'd see them.
you
But yeah,
think so?
I didn't know for years that everybody didn't see them because I've seen them my whole life. But yeah, no, they'll show themselves to you. I guarantee it.
You think? Yeah, I was thinking that. I don't know if that's what that came out during the meditation. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, I asked them to show themselves and I invite them and give them permission, but you know, there's still like a little bit of hesitation or doubt, not hesitation, doubt that I don't know if I'm ready. So.
No, when you're ready, they'll appear. But you know, I can ask them to demonstrate that they're there for you, and they will. I had a friend who had not seen them before, and I said, look, don't you see those lights changing colors? And she's like, no. And I'm like, look, now watch it. It'll go red, blue, green, white, red, blue, green, white. Oh, I see it, she said.
Oh.
So yeah, they dance. I haven't ever had an ESETI experience where they actually powered up like that, but they communicate here in their own special way. And I see them fly into thunder almost daily.
Have you been in Sedona for a while, Linda?
I've been here off and on for 12 years.
12 years? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Sedona because I have really nice experiences. And
No.
yeah. I remember last time, was the last time I was there? Yeah, last time I was there. Wow, that's more than, it's 3 years, I think, the last time I was there. And I was in Bell Rock, and so I'm trying to find, you know, the vortex. And and now that I'm saying this, I don't know. I was trying to find the vortex, but I think the vortex actually finds you, because I was walking around, and you know, just trying to sense the energy. And then I was walking somewhere, and all of the sudden, like, the energy hit me, and I was like in complete, you know, like those cars that go from 0 to 300 miles in 30 seconds. That's how it was. Like, I was just walking, and it just hit me, like, and I was just in total bliss and awe and everything. Like, you know how we see, right, in like HD, well, everything started like not blurring, but you know, when you put a filter to a photo to put it in soften, like everything started seeing, like I could see everything like soften, and it was so beautiful. And I was in, like, I didn't want to leave, and my daughter was like, at that point I was like, oh, mommy, I want to go. And I couldn't just get out of that. So I was in complete love and ecstatic and bliss, and I don't know, all this very deep profound feelings at once. And we started walking towards our car, and as we're walking towards our car, there's this young gentleman with his girlfriend, I don't know, and he's just in total bliss and singing, and he gave me the sense of like an ascended master. Like his energy was so powerful that I literally asked him to if I can give him a hug, because the energy was like so powerful coming from him. And he did, and I just feel like my bliss just like went off even more. And I left, and I'm driving, and this song, just popped into my mind, and I started singing a melody. I don't remember now. I wish I could remember it, but it was like I couldn't stop singing it, and that was very, very beautiful. Very beautiful.
It's magic.
It is.
So I would encourage anyone who has not come to Sedona, if you have the opportunity, please do.
Sorry, Diana, that happened to you in Sedona?
Yes.
Wow.
It's very, very powerful place. Very, very powerful. And I think one thing that I'm realizing right now as I'm talking is that Sedona is a magical place, right? And it's very powerful. But in order to really experience all the magic, like you probably have to be attuned into that or have the intention to it. Because the first time I visited, it was just like a normal trip, like nothing, it was beautiful, I appreciate it, but I was not in the path that I am right now. It was just like a weekend getaway with my ex-partner. But the second time I was there, it was more it was when I started my path, or my spiritual path. Well, we're always on the spiritual path, but when I was aware that I was on the spiritual path. And yeah, that's why I was asking Linda, sometimes you don't see the same things because you're not in the same vibration, or you're not having the same level of awareness or the same level of opening to receive the information, because there's like so much out there, and it's like right here, it's like right next to us, and it's just up to us to open our eyes and see that everything's already here, surrounding us.
Amen.
Well, and Sedona will change you. If you're not prepared to, face whatever it is that may be troubling you, get ready. You'll get knocked on your hiney in a quick hurry. But it also is a very healing place.
H&H, hiney and healing. Get knocked on your hiney and then you need to be healed.
Or heal your hiney.
Yeah. They usually go hand in hand, right? Like,
I think they do.
Yeah, I think so too.
this is pretty trippy.
I think we judge our shadow side as being bad, but oh, hello. Okay, I saw one of your falling stars, but it wasn't a falling star for me because it went sideways across the sky. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. They're blinking like crazy. Hello.
You were gonna say something about how they go hand in hand. That was the last
You're talking
thing.
about the shadow.
Oh, yeah,
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 the
yeah.
shadow.
We
Mm.
look at that in a negative, but the shadow's part of us. And I think we have to embrace all of ourselves in order to advance to where we want to go. And we need to remove the judgment because it's neither bad nor good, it just is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Carl Jung said, that if you don't own the shadow, it ends up owning you.
Yeah. One of my teachers calls it warns against a spiritual bypass, you know, where you go like, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm just going to bypass this whole issue. And it doesn't work like that. Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I just had a like not just but like couple days last week it was. I had that where I was having someone posted something about the shadow on Facebook, and the lady said that in order to I don't remember, but it was that it was something related to you have to have the shadow in order to change and all that, and I disagree, because my experience with shadow is that there's nothing to heal or anything to do there. My experience with my shadow is that, like Linda, it's there, you know, it's just there and it's part of me. And for me, it's not about healing it or anything, it's about embracing it and accepting that it's there and love it. And like, mostly acceptance. I'm not there yet, but you know, I'm still probably 89, 90 something percent close to fully embrace it.
What the shadow side really is are the immature aspects of yourself that you haven't brought into maturity. So when you do bring those into your maturity, they become your assets. There's a really good book by Deborah Ford about that.
Okay, can you give an example, Deirdre? Like what? Like an example person. Like I need examples to understand.
So like people that do like if they you can be a woman can be a woman and people can call her a bitch, but at the same time those assets of being strong can be beneficial when you use them to stand up to someone in a proper way, and don't let someone walk all over you. So you can be an immature person and call people names and, you know, be, this is, I'm just using this as an example because anyway, and like guys would say that to a woman, or you can use it as a mature side and use it to be a strong woman that stands up for her rights, for the rights of other people. Another example would be being fear and anxiety, because the opposite side of being fearful is being courageous. So when we learn to conquer our fears, then we become courageous and we face things, and we are able to grow, we're able to get better jobs, we're able to have more confidence in ourselves. So the shadow side are just immature aspects of ourselves that haven't matured. Does that make sense?
Yes, I forgot that was me. I'm having a conversation with myself. I'm like, wow, okay. And now I'm muted, but yes, that makes total sense. Thank you, Deirdre. Did I just say your name correctly for the first time?
I love you.
Has anybody seen Summer yet?
She
No,
was
not since
on
this
here
afternoon.
earlier before. She was on earlier. She was the one that took the host controls and left. And then nobody could do anything in the room. And then when she came back on, I got ousted because they had made me host. So when she jumped back on because she was host, I got ousted out, kicked out of the room.
Oh, weird. I'm surprised that she's not here after the Hue meditation, just because she was so jacked about that. Maybe she'll show up.
Miss Dana, do you have something to share with us?
No, I think that was my sharing. I think I had a really good day, and then it was after the afternoon I started feeling like my energy going down and down and down, and then I was about to go into the black hole, and that's when I decided to come here. So